Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome with Payable On Death, the fifth record by the band P.O.D. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. My cousin showed me their music back when I was 4 years old. It was the year 2001, September, when Satellite was released. When I first heard that record, it changed my life and I've been their fan ever since. This album is interesting for many reasons. First, let's start with the lineup. We've got Sunny on the vocals, Jason on the guitars. He's the newest member because the founding guitarist Michaels left the band. To this day we don't know what actually happened. Jason recorded 2 albums with the band and then Marcus came back. We've got Trey on the bass and Wolf on the drums. The production here was handled by Howard Benson and styled. It's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. Apparently P.O.D. did not want to use Pro Tools for this record. They went for more natural sound. I love how the production makes every instrument stand out, like you can easily hear the bass, the drums, the guitars and the vocals. Also, let's not forget the sound of the snare, I love it. Message is diverse. The songs are here about personal struggles, relationship issues, trying to be a better person, religion, love for Jesus, stuff like that. I'm not a religious person myself, but I truly enjoyed the lyrics on this record. They are universal, you can easily relate to most of this stuff. Structure of the tracks is basic, standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. And the music is nu metal, but it's a slight departure of what the band played previously. Like for example, the previous 2 records had many songs with lots of rapping, and you could say it was kinda similar to Limp Bizkit, just religious Limp Bizkit. And this record goes into the direction of the old school nu metal, like the first 3 Korn records, where you didn't have rapping almost at all. Instead, Sunny is mostly clean singing and screaming, and the guitar work is much more atmospheric and melodic this time. I must say that this change of sound was a good idea and this record stood the test of time. The album opens with wildfire! And the first thing you're going to notice here is the drumming. Wolf is on fire! I love his groove, his style, the precision of his playing. You can feel every hit. The snare sounds so good. Wow, just wow, I love that snare sound. The drummer is phenomenal on every song. Next we've got the bass work by Trey or Tra, and the bass is audible. What I love about this record is that the bassist doesn't follow the guitars that much. It's like the guitarist is playing some melodic and eerie melodies and the bass is like doing his own stuff, and I truly appreciate that. Next we've got Jason with his guitar playing, and well, usually when a founding member leaves a band, Marcus, who had that signature style of his guitar playing, you might feel like the band is going to sound worse, but that's not the case here. Jason has his own unique melodic style and he brought it here to P.O.D. and it truly works. I love the atmospheric, eerie melodies. He also provides some more groovier, chunkier and heavier stuff, which is of course to be expected because he played in a death metal band Living Sacrifice at the start of the 90s, so he has that death metal edge to his playing. I especially enjoy some of the guitar riffs here because they remind me slightly of Chuck Schuldiner's Symbolic era, and that was progressive death metal basically. There's not a lot of it on this record, you might not even notice it, but I do, and I truly love it. So when it comes to the guitar playing on this record, sure, it's not technical, but I love the guitar solos, the atmosphere, the crunchier, heavier stuff. It all works and creates a coherent sounding experience. Last but not least, we've got Sunny with his vocals, and I love his singing. The cleans are so good on this record, so memorable, so emotional. Same with the screaming. The passion behind the screaming is amazing, especially in the songs like Will You, Find My Way and Asthma. That stuff is phenomenal. And also he raps on some of the tracks, like Execute the Sounds and Space, and I truly enjoy that. He knows what he's doing. This record and the previous two ones are my favorite when it comes to the vocal performance. Every vocal line he comes up with sounds interesting and fresh even to this day. Going back to Wildfire! This song is an amazing opener. I love the vocals here so much, they are so playful, so fun to listen to. The drumming, wow, just wow. The bass work, amazing. The guitar riffs, crunchy, heavy. I love the more introspective and melodic chorus. One leads with the passion, the righteous will burn again. One bleeds everlasting, tribal fire will never end. I love that stuff. And the verses. This song is a classic one. If you don't enjoy this one, what are you doing with your life? 11 out of 10. Will You is one of the singles with a music video. And I remember that when this record came out, this was my least favorite song because it was too melodic for me. But nowadays I learned to appreciate it, love the vocal performance so much, especially the screaming in the last chorus and the outro. I just love Sunny's screams, they're just so full of pain and emotions, love that stuff. The chorus here is great, the verses go hard, love the guitar riff so much, so memorable. This is another classic song. It's not on the same level as Wildfire, but it's great. 10 out of 10. The third track, Change the World, another single with a music video. I love the instrumental work here, the bass, the drumming, the guitar riffs, especially the guitar riffs. The vocals go hard as well, but I feel like they aren't as emotional as in the previous tracks. Still, this is a phenomenal song with a great lyrical message. Love everything about it, especially the chorus and the verses. 11 out of 10. Execute the Sounds should have been a single with a music video because this is my favorite song from P.O.D and the best one on this record by far. I love the guitar riffs here, especially in the chorus and the outro. The verses go hard as well. Musically the song is flawless, like the drumming, the bass, the guitars. Then we've got the vocal performance and Sun is on fire. I love his rapping, singing, screaming, the jag stuff. It's all fantastic. Execute the sounds, to positive, come around, impact the sounds, to positive all around. I've actually made a guitar cover of this song 2 years ago, I think. It's on my second channel, Aku, go check it out. I just love this song so much that I had to learn how to play it, so I could play it to myself all the time. 12 out of 10. Yeah, yo, hey ho, ha ha ho. Sorry. The next track, Find My Way. This is the second best song from P.O.D and the second best one here, especially when it comes to the vocal performance. Sunny's singing and screaming on this song is on a whole another level. It's so memorable, it's so emotional. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Love that stuff. This entire song could be described as a journey. I don't know how to let you go. We share the same heart and soul. I want you to believe in me. See in my eyes. I love that stuff. Just every vocal line. And that I'll be there part. It just goes so hard. I don't know why they don't play this song in the previous one live, but they should, because those ones are phenomenal. 12 out of 10. Revolution features Phil Keaggy, and he plays the guitar solo here, which is fantastic. It's my favorite part of the track. And this one is much more playful and positive, I would say. Did someone say a revolution? Or is it all in my head? That's the chorus. And I love this song. It's way different from the previous two ones, which were more dark and introspective. Like Execute the Sounds was like magical, and Find My Way was dark and depressing. And this one is like, yeah, we are happy, you know, it's time for revolution. And the vocals have that playful nature to them. This song is great. I wouldn't change anything about it. 10 out of 10. The Reasons. Now this song is yet again much more introspective. I love the bass lines here and the atmosphere the guitarist is creating. The drumming is great as usual. Same with the vocals. I guess to me this is the weakest track when it comes to the vocals, but they're still fantastic. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Whoa, whoa, freedom fighters, ignite Jah. Whoa, whoa, freedom fighters. Another fantastic song, it's a highlight of this record. I love the guitar riffs here so much. Just the entire guitar work on this record is phenomenal. Then we've got the bass work, also amazing. The drumming, hell yeah, groovy, straight to the point. And the vocals go hard. I love the verses here so much and the message behind this song. Today I've heard all these people say they want to live filthy, greedy, and then nice to pay. You spread selfishness and hate when some prepare to die today. I say you fade away. Appreciate life and liberate. Whoa, whoa, love that stuff. I might have sang this one incorrectly because I don't remember the exact words, but it goes hard. I love everything about this one. 11 out of 10. Waiting on today, to stay, whoa, whoa. Yeah, love this one as well, but I feel like the chorus is the weakest part of the song. It's still fun to listen, but the verses are better. And the best part of this song is the intro. Especially the guitar riffs in the intro, like they have that slight death symbolic era style to them. And I love the guitar solo here. I don't know if you can even call it a guitar solo, but it's a fantastic bridge section, like it's the intro, but with more emotions from the guitarist. 10 out of 10. I and Identify is a song where the drummer shines. I love how he beats the snare, like the groove, his style of playing so good. And then also the guitarist and the basses are killing it as well. I love the chorus here. Reach for the sky, reach for the sky. Don't let it get away, don't let it get away. I and Identify. This is what love is. Boom. I love the last chorus because at the line "this is what love is," it gets more darker with those brutal guitar riffs. This is what love is. Boom. It's only once in the song, but I will never forget about it because it's so different from the previous ways the chorus would end. Yeah, this song is also fantastic. 10 out of 10. Asthma. This is probably the most darkest P.O.D. song. The lyrics are amazing and so relatable, especially if you are in a toxic relationship. I walked through my life with your eyes, smother me with your ways, till death, no breath. You've choked the little life that I had. Inside I feel the truth lies. Inside the truth lies. Inside. Breath! The scream there is just so good. Love the chorus here, the verses. This is the most emotional song up there with Find My Way. And it's just so beautiful at the same time. Like you can feel the pain and anguish, but also beauty in this one. It goes hard from beginning to the end. Every section is amazing. And I wish this song would end the record, because it sounds like the album's closer. 11 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Eternal. Again, it features Phil Keaggy, he provides some guitar work here. I must say that I do enjoy this one, because it's emotional, it doesn't have any vocals, but the guitar riffs are amazing. It's a fun song, but I don't know if it fits the album's closer. I don't know if any other P.O.D. record ended with an instrumental piece, probably not. This song to me seems out of place. I feel like Asthma was a perfect album's closer and this stuff is just not needed here. Also, it's the weakest track from the entire Payable On Death recording sessions, but that's just my opinion. It's still a great song, I don't hate it, I do appreciate the emotional impact it has, but yeah, to me it was just the weakest one, 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about the deluxe and Japanese bonus tracks. The first one is Sleeping Awake. This is a song that was made for the Matrix 2 movie, and it's a banger. I love the atmosphere of this one. It was the first track written with Jason in the band, and the guitar riffs go so hard, the vocals are amazing, especially in the chorus. Dreaming of Zion, awake, sleeping awake. Love that stuff, and especially the screaming in the last chorus at the end. It's just the little things that make me happy, like that. So yeah, this one is a classic. I have no idea how it was not featured on the album, like it's a single with a music video and it's just a bonus track? You what, mate? 10 out of 10. Bridge to Burn. Now this is a song that didn't make the cut for the album at all. It's not present on any versions of the record. I think it was on some EP, but I might be wrong. Still, I have no idea how this was not released on the album, because sure, this song is much more mellow and darker than the stuff on the album, but it's great. The bass work is genius. Then we've got some cool drums. The guitar riffs are very interesting, especially the eerie melodies, and the vocals are just beautiful. I love the chorus so much. Build me a bridge so I can burn it down. Style red, come and watch me drown. Took everything we had and throw it all away. I don't just do, cause I want to, or something like that. I love that stuff so much. Love the la 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 in the bridge. This one is a classic song. It should have been on the album for sure. 10 out of 10. Space. Now this is the second bonus track on the deluxe and Japanese edition, but I have to state that you had to find some code on the CD, so it would let you to a secret site where you could download this song, so you had to do a lot to find Space. And there is also another Space. It's a remix. It's featured on the Japanese edition of the album. It's completely different, like yeah, it has half of the vocals from the original version, but the music is not the same. It's like a rap song and I am not a big fan of it. It's like 6 out of 10. Going back to the original Space song, I am actually astonished that it wasn't featured on the album, because this one sounds like the old school P.O.D, you know? It has lots of rapping. See a man to the final hour, something like that. And then we've got that chorus. So we've got something to say, haha, then say it. And I like to do something like that. I love that stuff. It's playful, it's heavy. Another song that should have been on the record, 10 out of 10. And the final track, Kane. This one was only featured on Will You single, I think. It's another instrumental piece, and I prefer it over Eternal. Here the guitar riffs are much more emotional and just beautiful. This entire song sounds like something from an anime where something sad happens, you know. I just have time to think about it. It has that vibe to me. It's long, but it's beautiful. I wish it was on the record, like a bonus track or something. 10 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, gravity. Yeah, it's a legendary record. I love it with all of my heart. This is something that almost never happens, like the band loses their main songwriter, they get another one, and the new record is as good as the previous one. I have no clue if Satellite is my favorite P.O.D release or this one, because Satellite, I have lots of nostalgia towards it. It reminds me of simpler, better times where I was happy, and this record, Payable On Death, it speaks to me because it's dark, it's much more introspective, it's much more melodic. You know, it depends on my mood, whenever this one is the best P.O.D record or the previous one. So I sometimes do this, Payable On Death Jim's Alternate Universe edition, because I feel like Payable On Death could have been so much better if the tracklist looked like that. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'm sorry for my voice, I don't know why it hurts me. And that's it, celebrate University by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. If I had to choose my favorite songs here, those would be Execute the Sounds, Find My Way, Asthma, Bridge to Burn, Why Oh Fire! Sleeping Awake, Change the World, and Freedom Fighters. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, links in the description, and I will see you in my other videos. Also consider becoming a member on my channel so I can make you an album review or maybe a Doom MIDI cover. I just did a Doom MIDI version of Change the World, so go check it out. I also did Southtown like months ago. Bye!